So you typed in Dr. Tidwell U.S. History blog, and then what you want to do is go to where you actually see Dr. Tidwell 3 U.S. History blog spot. Is it right clear there? You should go ahead and click on that now. And it should come up. All right. Now, if you're on a tablet, go ahead and go sideways. Is it right with me so far on that? And if you're on a computer, you should be fine. On your phone, what you want to do now is right here in the search bar, type in US. Actually, don't do this. Just type in addendum. ADDEN. And this should come up right here. So addendum. ADDENDUM. And you should have typed in U.S. History blog. If you did not type in U.S. History blog, you probably went to one of my other mini blogs. And then just to come up. So you type in U.S. Dr. Tidwell's U.S. History blog, and then in the search, what you should have did is type in addendum, and this comes up. Okay. Is anybody not there? I'm coming. Now, just because I got it up here, what you also can do now is go ahead and scan the QR code because it's going to take y'all to this location. Is everybody with me on this? So even if you're not here, I'm just telling you, but you got to make sure you type in Dr. Tidwell U.S. History blog, and then it comes up. And the reason why, because of all the school filters, this is one of the things that's blocked. And it's so bad to where we even have like the counselors, they have stuff on that's on Google sites like I do, and it's blocked. So I was able to kind of circumvent, but it's still difficult, no matter how you look at it. All right. Can everybody hear me okay? Eyes up, ears open. Has everybody got me on that? Okay. This was a graded assignment about a month ago, yes? Now, this assignment was supposed to be looked at by both you and your parents. I know for 100% fact that some of y'all never showed this to your parents. I know for 100% fact y'all never showed your parents a syllabus sign-off sheet, but yet I got a parental signature. There's so much wrong with that, but just don't do that again, especially with another legal document, okay, y'all? All right. How do I pay for the test? Blah, 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 blah. It was all here, and you were supposed to read through this, and then you got graded because you completed it. Now, let me tell you how this works. And I told y'all this is where you get kind of screwed by having a legal background person. This was a binding contract. You told me you understood this. Do I got me on that? Now, I said a couple weeks ago, I'll make sure we'll go through this before the end of before we got on break, but you got to make sure you don't sign something that you know and then ask questions accordingly. Now, y'all can MacGyver through this and look at it. All of you have already done the first part for our sign up for the AP exam by AP Classroom. We all are in AP Classroom. That's where we take our tests. So that much is good. Go ahead and clap once because you're feeling good about that. The second thing you have to do, and I also sent out a video about 2 weeks ago to both, I'll put it in CTLS for you to view, and also sent it out to the parents about how to do this too. But doing it again, now you got to go to AP total registration. So this is a website where you actually go and sign up for the test and everything. Is everybody clear there? Now, obviously, I cannot do that because guess what I'm not doing? Taking a test, nor am I student. So you have to complete all this information as far as your student email. Make sure your email, this is the same one you use for AP Classroom. Is everybody got me on that? It's better for you when you do anything with same thing when you take your SATs. Your PSATs are taken care of for you. But anything with College Board, stay consistent with the same email because you know all your scores are linked together. Is everybody got me on that? So let's say you decide to have the blessing of moving to Hawaii. You still got College Board, right? Everything's linked together. Let's say you didn't going to move to maybe Antarctica. Everything's still linked together through College Board. And I would never wish Antarctica on anyone. That's very, very cold. I don't like cold weather. So you complete all this information right here, and then you make it work. I am not going to ask anybody to go ahead and sign in because I don't want y'all information to show up, but this is where you have to go. Does everybody got me on that? Now, does anybody have My Payments Plus on their phones or anything like that? Can somebody pull it up? I need to see if the AP exam registration is there. Now, step 3 is parents seeking AP testing accommodations. Sent this out to parents as well, as where they have to send, so like say, anybody here got an IEP or 504, you get extended time on your test. And this is including your SAT and PACTs, ACTs, any standardized tests. What you have here can kind of move forward. You have to mail this off. I do not have this information. I'm going to honestly ask, maybe go to counseling to see if they help, but I don't know. So no one saw any AP exams here on and the amount payments was, right? Okay, cool. So with that being said, total registration will be the primary place you pay for everything at. Okay. I did speak to Mr. I requested Mr. Ely to come by and speak to the class. There's a lot of craziness going on right now in the world, so he'll be by eventually. And he has a little bit more details. I am just sharing with you what I know. Is everybody got me on that? All right. So now, registration began on August 31st. I'm asking everybody to get done by October, when we come back from the break. The reason why, that gives me time to make sure I get anything fixed. I hate going up to deadlines because something always happens. Everybody got me on that? So yes, you have my deadline being when we come back from break. Everybody got me on that? That is my personal deadline. That way I can first see who's taking the test, who's already made that commitment, who's not taking the test, or who just has issues, which now gives me time to get it fixed. If I make the deadline the same one as the school, any issues come up, I can't help you. And then you'll be forced to not take the test, and I don't want y'all to be in that situation. Is everybody clear there? And again, this is my rational reason. The test costs $111. I don't want you to waste your money. B, I don't want you to be stressed thinking about midterm and final if we could have fixed it if I just knew of a problem earlier on. That's why my deadline's pushed up earlier. Everybody got me on that? Okay. Now, free and reduced lunch. Free and reduced lunch, the first test costs $15. So you got a free exam, but you got to pay a $15 administrative fee. I am still finding out, so let me say this. During COVID, I think everybody knew everybody had free lunch, right? That means everybody's free and reduced lunch. Is that true right now? And it's becoming very difficult to figure out how to get this fixed. Has everybody got me on that? So the last 2 years, everybody's free and reduced lunch, so it was a very easy process, right? Even before that, it was a pretty easy process because I had last time I taught an AP class outside of Willard, 60% of my students are free and reduced lunch. I don't understand how to get it to you or not. All I'm going to tell you is that everybody is literally trying to help and figure everybody out the same case because this is all about, hey, we want to help y'all out. It's a big difference between $15 and $111. You got me on that? Let alone if you have multiple tests. What I will tell you is that you have to make sure you already been cleared to get free and reduced lunch. Secondly, speak to Miss, I'm going to say it wrong, Aceto. Speak to Miss Aceto. But at the same time, counseling never really dealt with free and reduced lunch as far as AP waivers. They deal with other waivers. If I got me on that, that's all I got for it. It's sad, but that's all I got. So make sure you speak to them, and we all are actually working out with that. And I think I'm one of the few AP teachers really trying to figure that out because I know some of y'all got that situation. Now, none of y'all are in STEAM exams or STEAM classes, if I'm not mistaken, right? I know a couple of you have other AP classes. At the very bottom of this, I asked y'all to also tell me about that. So our AP exam is already set on the calendar. It's going to be in May. The test is going to be here. I still have not got a word back if it's going to be on paper or it's going to be online. Let's please all pray for it to be online. And because all your other tests have been mostly where? Online. So it just makes sense for it to be online and make it kind of like streamlined. But I'm going to tell y'all this. If it is, we're going to have to talk about stuff with your computers. Everybody got me on that? It's something called lockdown browser, which means it prohibits you going from anywhere else. I have not mandated it in the class because A, all y'all don't have computers. And B, I just don't really remember how to use it. I'm going to be honest. I probably can figure it out. I wanted to show that to y'all, but again, this is what I was talking about earlier. So where y'all have to let me know everything. So these are the test dates. If you have any tests, I know I got computer science. That's on May 3rd. That's before our test. Our test is going to be the morning of May 5th. You will be fed the morning of May 5th. You need to come here early because I'm going to feed you, relax you, and then we walk over take the test together. Everybody got me on that? By then, everybody that's taking AP, I'm going to have your own AP US History t-shirt made. You're not having to pay for that. Take care of myself, but we're gonna make sure we go in there together. Everybody got me on that? Make sure we cool together, good vibes together, and we're done. Now, after May 5th, it's 100% get y'all ready for college. Everybody got me on that? Y'all gonna have a whole bunch of guest speakers coming in, cover letters, resumes. So basically, like what we're doing in December now is gonna be on intensive care until after we get done with this test. But I'm saying that because AP US history will be done. Is everybody clear there? All right. Art design. I know I have computer science in here. I got my class. I am drawing a blank. I don't think there's no other AP classes being taken in here, right? Am I right, y'all? Okay. So the most of y'all are just taking this AP US history one. Is that accurate? Yeah. Okay. Now, questions from you. I'll do my best to answer. Counseling is coming in tomorrow to speak to you, but any questions from you about AP registration, things like that, everybody know how to get to my blog, right? We now know how to circumvent the blockers because I was able to get my blog blocked, but everything else is not so much as easy.